So we in our previous classes we studied about volume storages in AWS. So today we'll study more about EC2 instances. There's a very critical point of EC2 instance that we have missed. Okay, as in not missed, but you kind of overlooked, and I wanted to take it now. Okay, so that's how it is. Let's discuss more about Amazon AMIs. Okay, Amazon Machine Images. So we'll be studying about images today. So I am not sure if you guys have noticed. Have you used any images so far? Answer, if you are saying no, then answer to that is yes, we have used. Okay, that's what I was wondering, that why didn't anybody asked about it. So I'll quickly log into my AWS. Just give me a minute, then I'll quickly share my screen and we'll discuss about Amazon images once again. So you can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay, so every time, like, uh check this out, guys. Every time you guys are going ahead and launching an instance, example, something like a quick DevOps course machine, and we select a machine. Whenever we select this machine or this machine, we are actually pointing to one already existing Amazon machine image. Okay. Now there are a lot of Amazon images that are available for quick start. These are all the images that they generally give. Okay, which includes some macOS images. So if you just go, select, these are the options using which you can filter the image. Example, I would just want to select uh, Linux or Linux or Unix kind of images. Then it will show first Amazon Linux images and all. Okay, it's showing you Mac OS, it's showing you Red Hat image, it's showing you Debian and other images, Ubuntu images here. So you can have your custom image. This section will show you all the custom images that you have. These are all the marketplace images which are available. These can be specific. So if you say Palo Alto, it can be like it's a machine wherein if you just click, it will automatically install Palo Alto and everything internally. Splunk Enterprise, this will go ahead and create a Splunk Enterprise image for you. So these are specific images. Example, if you go for info blocks, it will create an info blocks image for you. And these are community machines, like, which are given to you by the community. These marketplace images are chargeable. Okay. So there is an extra charge of using these images too. For these images and these images, there's no extra charge that you'll have to pay. Okay. When I select free tier only, it will only show me all the free images. If I remove free tier, there can be some images that are chargeable, some images are not. Okay. Um, now, now let me show you how it works. Example, I select an image. I can select any image here. So it will use this particular image. Slow, I guess. It will use this particular image to bring up an instance. Now, what is this image? This image is basically analogous to our, you cannot say it is analogous to ISO images, but it is very similar to the snapshots that you take. Okay, if you have some Dell systems or uh, some Dell systems, they do give you a time backups too, right? They do take a like you can take a time backup. An example, if something happens to your system, you can use that time backup to go back to the time when that snapshot was taken, right? Those are kind of snapshots. As the name also suggests, it's a snapshot, okay? Or an so this is not only OS images, these are basically snapshots of the existing images, a snapshot of the existing machines, which has certain set of tools, some operating system or other things installed. So whenever you use a relevant image, that particular thing that was there in that snapshot, the new image will also have. Example, I have a system. I take a snapshot of that system, okay, and keep it. Now I have done something on the system, and the system is now uh, the system is now in X state. Maybe I have installed Apache on the system and it failed, and there's some issues I'm facing now on this system. So there are two things I can do. I can use this image, okay, and reapply that backup so that now that whatever changes I've done will all be gone. Okay, or I can use this particular backup that I've taken to bring up another instance and stop this one. Okay, so these images can be now not these Amazon images. Okay, this I'm talking about snapshots. These Amazon images cannot be like once you've created a machine. Okay, um, and there is no way you can bring it back to the point zero until and unless you start a new system. Okay, but in case of an actual snapshot or a Dell system snapshots that you're talking about, in that you can recover it back to the same system. So now, uh, also let's do one thing. We have this machine. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to create a backup of this machine. This machine is currently in. Now I'm creating just a use case. Okay. There are n number of use cases that are possible in this case. So if you see, this is my machine. I'm just trying to get the AZ it is in. It is in AP South 1B. Example, you tell me that Parul, I want a backup of the system. Okay. Backup system of this system to be available in AP South 1A, and I want both of them to be running. Okay. Uh, that system that which is there in 1A should be completely identical to the system that's there in 1B. Okay. Now what I'll do is first, you can go ahead and take a snapshot directly from here also. You can just go ahead and create an image, no problem. But if you'll create an image and there is a process that's writing something on the file system, then it sometimes becomes difficult. Okay, so it's always advisable to stop the system. Okay, but even if you don't stop, it will anyways create an AMI, but there can be some discrepancy here and there. If you don't want to back up hard drives and other things, then that is another call. Okay, so that instance is stopped. I am creating a new AMI. What did I do? I just came into the system. I clicked on actions, image and templates and create image. So my image is cop server snapshot. I can write snapshot or I can write image. Anything. So now here I am creating. So this is the new AMI that we have created of that system. Once this is available, it's pending. Once this is available, we can go ahead and create a new instance from this instance. Okay, that you can create in any region you want. It is also taking snapshot of the storage that we have created. Now, you remember we were creating storage volumes.
Yes, Parul.
Yeah, so this is backup of that storage created by create image. You can create separately as well. Okay, example, I want to take snapshot of this volume separately, and I want to create image separately. That is also possible. There was an option to enable that. Okay, or I can do it together too. So we'll just wait for it to be available. Still pending. Let's just wait for this to be available. By the time I can show you all the catalog, whenever you go to the AMI catalog, you'll see all the images that are available, published. This is your own AMI. These are the other AMIs that are available. Make sure that this is in available state before you start using it here. Okay. And one more thing, it is very, very region specific. Example, if I have now created an AMI in this region, okay, it will not be available in other regions. Okay, it will only be available in this particular region. So example, if I go to North Virginia, I'll not find this image. I can transfer this image maybe, but it's not something that's available. Plus, whenever in future also you will be automating this stuff and so on, make sure of one more thing, that this AMI ID is also different. Even if your image name looks like same, make sure your AMI ID is correct. Okay, now I'll just wait for this to come up successfully. It's available now. Okay, actually I had to start the instance. That's when it started taking the the reboot part and the other things like positively. So now I can create another instance. My AMIs. This is the AMI that I've created. Other things remain the same. There is no other change that you'll have to do. Okay, and launch instance. You can go ahead and okay, to update the region in which it is getting created, you'll have to update the network settings. Just fix the yeah. If I create it in this subnet, it will anyways be in 1A zone. That's what our ask was. So you can just click on launch instance and it will be launched. So this is simple, very, very simple concept of AMI, wherein we have a machine. Okay, example, if you want to take backup of that machine, you can take backup. If you want to bring up another machine from that machine, that is also possible. Okay, you can create your custom images too. Example, we like most of the companies do create hardened images too, as in there can be Ubuntu systems, but that Ubuntu system doesn't have all the security options or all the security things that you need. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll bring up a Ubuntu system. Okay, I'll set it up based on how I want it to be. Okay, how I wanted that image, hardened image, to look like. Example, I want firewall to be enabled. I want these firewall rules to be there. I want, these are all the systems or configurations I want on that system, etc., etc. You can create that system. Okay, apply all the changes you want, take the backup, take the AMI, and then that AMI can be used to create n number of instances you want. Okay, so that is hardened image. This is also some concept that people use this particular AMIs for. Okay, we also sometimes take it, like do this in case when we want to, like when we want 100% uh, surety that if in case whatever I'm trying to apply on my system, if in case that goes off, I should have a backup or an AMI available so that I can bring up the entire backup of that particular system. Okay, so now, as I already mentioned, this image AMIs that you are seeing here, they are very region specific. This AMI ID is also only for this particular region. So example, if I want to copy it, I can copy this AMI to other region. So when I copy this AMI to other region, then this AMI, a copy of this AMI will be available here, available there. Okay. Am I making sense? Example, you have a machine in Mumbai region and you want it in North Virginia too, and you have made already made changes in this. So what you'll do is you'll take a AMI of this one, transfer that AMI to North Virginia region, and bring up an instance there. Simple. Any doubts? Any questions so far? No.
No, Parul.
Okay, it's simple. There's nothing much to it. Okay, there's only only thing that is specific and important here is that these are the AMIs that you are also using there. So you need to understand that you can create your own AMI. You can create a hardened image. You can create it in case of a backup you want, and so on and so forth. Okay, here I have taken a snapshot of this EBS volume 2. Okay, so when I clicked on take them together, okay, it did take a snapshot of the machine, and took the snapshot of the volume also together. Okay. Now, anything else? Any questions on this concept? I'll take that as a no. Cool. So I'll give you guys some few minutes. If you want, we can have a pair programming session. Okay, to, because we have covered a lot of topics, but we not lot, I must say, we have covered a few topics, but we never had a pair programming session for those. So if you want to have it, we can have it today. Okay, if you want, I can start the next topic too.